For the 74th time in Formula One Championship history, we are stateside. It is time to go racing in the USA. From Miami in Florida, welcome to the 5th round of the Formula One World Championship. In 2023, we are all set to do battle with Sergio Perez, knowing this could be the day that he leads the World Championship. For the very first time, it is race day in America. Welcome to the Miami Grand Prix, round 5 on the Formula One World Championship's longest ever calendar. 5.4 kilometers, 3.3 miles, and 57 laps ahead of the drivers in the field. We don't have much by way of elevation, but we have 19 testing turns and the walls ever closer everywhere you look. Let's go to turn 1. And this was Verstappen versus Leclerc, and that was the race win decided 1 year ago. Verstappen fighting his way back, the Ferrari without the tyre life, that time after Leclerc had put it on pole. This was Russell, who was out in Q2 1 year ago, got a new chance with the safety car, late safety car last year, fought his way past his teammate, took his opportunity. It's Hamilton out of place today. And this was Vettel, Schumacher, Ocon, and some scrap going all the way from turn 17. If you're a Vettel fan, you will not want to be reminded of how it ended at turn 1 a few moments later. Here are the tyres. It's the soft, the medium, and the hard. It's the C4, the C3, and the C2 tyre with a green racetrack, not offering much grip at all. That is going to take more life out of the Pirellis this afternoon. Live pictures of the circuit, and we are ready for an event like no other really for Formula One. Logan Sargent starts his home race from 20th on the grid. Oscar Piastri 19th for McLaren. Lance Stroll's worst quali of the year leaves him in 18th position. Yuki Tsunoda lines up P17. Then it's Lando Norris, means both McLarens are out in Q1 for the first time since Brazil 2018. Nick de Vries, the lead AlphaTauri on the grid for the first time. P14 is Joe Guan Yu. Lewis Hamilton going out of Q2 for the first time since Imola last year. Then it's Hulkenberg in 12th. Alex Albon missing out on Q3 by half a tenth. Valtteri Bottas making that session for the first time this year. The big shock of qualifying, Max Verstappen in 9th with no time set thanks to the error. Then it's Esteban Ocon in 8th and Charles Leclerc P7 after he concluded qualifying and hit the barriers. George Russell goes from 6th. Pierre Gasly gets his season's best with 5th position. The best ever Sunday start for Haas thanks to Kevin Magnussen's mighty lap in 4th. Sainz goes from P3, and it's 37 years of age, the average age of those. And for Formula One in Miami, it's race on, and we've got a good getaway for Perez. He chops across Alonso. To 4th place goes Pierre Gasly. Down a couple of positions goes Kevin Magnussen. So big winner at the start was also George Russell. Can Leclerc make the move into the braking zone? Magnussen, as you would expect, keeping his foot in, but it's Leclerc with the momentum. Say goodbye to the Red Bull. That is absolutely outrageous. In another league when he used the DRS, and that's on board. Late lunge to the inside and finding a way by. There's no point for Gasly to fight Verstappen. He will know it. Eventually making the move. Gasly will focus on Russell behind. Russell to the inside, and Gasly opened the door for Verstappen. That's a move that's been a long time coming. Magnussen relishing fighting the Ferrari, and he fights back. Here's the move. Sainz can't defend, even if he wanted to. And another place gain for Verstappen. There's the DRS. There's the move to the inside. There is second position for Max Verstappen, who is putting on a show. But that was both front wheels locked up for Sainz. Max Verstappen is up into the lead of the race now because Perez makes his stop. He needs a clean stop out there, and he needs to push on. That's exactly what he needed. Fernando Alonso has the slipstream, has the pass, and that is a slam dunk move. But is this the moment, finally, for Charles Leclerc? Not again, again. Magnussen's throwing it to the inside. George Russell with the move on Carlos Sainz to the inside. And Russell has kept his head. Is he playing the tactical game here? Does he not want to give Magnussen the chance? And Charles Leclerc says, you're not doing the up and under this time. I'm getting to turn number 1. Max Verstappen has spent 45 laps on this hard tyre. Sergio Perez back into the lead, but look at the stint that Max Verstappen was able to put together. His rival for the World Championship ahead. He will pull out of the slipstream. He'll get DRS again. We'll fight it to turn 1 and round the outside. Close between the two of them. The crowd are roaring, and Max Verstappen takes the lead. Frenchman puts it on the apex, locks up though, and opens the door. And that will Hamilton be able to make the move immediately? He will. Here's another battle. Cars width has been left by the Ferrari driver and car's width taken. Max Verstappen comes out of the final corners. Max Verstappen wins the Miami Grand Prix with a masterclass of performance. 9th on the grid to the top step of the podium. It's been a week-long celebration for Miami and for Formula One. On the racetrack, it was a celebration of Max Verstappen's driving prowess. 9th to 1st, picking cars off at will and then going in a straight fight against his teammate. They went wheel to wheel, but in the end, it was Max Verstappen's day.
Did you expect at the start of the day that you'd have been able to have such incredible pace to fight your way through?
It's always difficult to tell how good it would be, but I knew that the car was very quick. It was just about how quickly I could clear all the cars ahead of me. And of course I was also on a bit of a different strategy, but yeah, the pace was very good. It was very important to go really long in the first stint, but it was a bit difficult to tell how the tires would last. So that's why probably in the middle of that stint I had to back in or back it out a bit. Okay. And then at the end of that stint I could push again because I could feel like I would hit that lap anyway, the lap number we wanted to target. And yeah, that's why I think that made my race, you know, to come out so close. Of course, after the pit stop, then of course I had fresher tires, and that tire was probably a little bit more fragile today, but it was still good enough, of course, to pull out again.
Yeah, obviously I wanted to win today. Didn't work out. Very early on, I could see that that medium tire was a weak one, especially for that first stint, and I just didn't go long enough to build a tire delta. Unfortunately, it didn't work this time for us, but I think we gotta learn and understand what went wrong today, and hopefully be to our normal pace in Imola.
That probably was our best race of the year in terms of race pace, and yeah, we need to keep understanding the car. Obviously, still everything new to us. We found ourselves in a position that we still difficult to believe, but yeah, we are maximizing every Sunday. So this is the.
It was really difficult. We were just speaking about with Carlos, and yeah, we basically agreed that we have a car that is so incredibly difficult to be on the limit, and on my side I don't know what was going on, but in the high speed I had the car was moving a lot, not from the rear but just the overall platform of the car was touching like crazy, so we will check the car and everything, but didn't feel great, and yeah, as we were saying with Carlos, it was just a very inconsistent car today, and so yeah, just trying to bring the car to the end, but obviously another great race.
We were a bit conservative on balance to start the race, and when I only do one stint, I have to persevere with that the rest of the race. You know, I used my tools to get it as close as I could, and I think by the end it wasn't too bad. It came to me a little bit, but yeah, I mean 56 laps or 55 laps on the hards was a long stint, and by the end, yeah, they're going to be struggling.